All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Hey everybody, welcome on a Tuesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm bullish on Dogecoin. Are you? I am. And I'm going to tell you why during this live stream. But first, I do have to tip my hat to Davin. Congrats, Davin, on us making money on Megal. Gave out a membership, and Texas Leaguer, yes, right off the bat, Texas Leaguer is now a member of the KrissPax channel. Thank you, Davin. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yep, for the win. Exactly, for the win. Petruchio. Yep, another banger of a video this morning. There's so much going on. So much going on with Dogecoin. I can't even keep up. So we're going to go over all the reasons I'm bullish on Doge. Well, maybe not all of them. There's a lot of them. There's a lot to talk about. But how's everybody doing? Ryan, I told everyone yesterday I was going to be late today. You weren't paying attention or you hung up on me. You hung up on me. Hey, Shemi, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. How do you gift a membership? Yeah, you got to hit the little, got to hit the little dollar sign down there. Hit the little dollar sign and there's a membership gifting option down on the chat. Hey, DJ Yan, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep. Hashtag another one. It was another one. It was a good one. A good one. Yep. In need of the magnet. The magnet's here. Look. Magnet. It's right there. The magnet is there and it pulled it up and we got all the way up to 24.92. Well, guess what? I just need to make it bigger. There you go. All right. Now let's get it. There we go. All right. We got a bigger magnet on the screen now. Now we'll go. Hey, another gifting of a membership. Nick. Gifting out a membership, and who gets it? It's the Duchess. The Duchess is now a member of the channel. Thank you, Nick. Now Duchess can use all kind of fun Dogecoin emojis in the chat. Aloha to you, Duchess. Aloha. Aloha. Yes, the big magnet. The big magnet is now on the screen. Yep, that's better, right? Now we go. Let's go. Let us go. What's going on? I'll get to the chat in just a minute. I'll get back to you guys. Howdy, Harold. How are you? Yep. Davey Boy, Doge is not bleeding down more than others. No, Dogecoin is actually holding up well. Better than Bitcoin on a red day. And you know, that doesn't happen very often. That does not happen very often when both Doge and Bitcoin are in the red. And Bitcoin is down twice as much as Doge. Look, Bitcoin down 0.8%, Doge down 0.4%. That doesn't happen very often. Bitcoin's just being a fuddy-duddy. I mean, look at that big drop in Bitcoin today. Doge didn't have that. That did not happen to Doge. So yeah, I mean, it was a little bit, but not as bad. And look, on Doge also, look at this. Higher lows, right? Higher lows, still higher lows. So, man, don't mess up my bullish vibe here. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm feeling good right now. Don't mess with me. Do not mess with me. So let's see if Doge complies during the live stream. Look, Apple's got a new iPhone coming out. Did you know that? Apple, an iPhone 17. And you know what? It looks just like the iPhone 16, which looks just like the iPhone 15. It's like, what is this? What is this? Another iPhone. What can they make now that's different than this? The 16 is fine. What do you need the 17 for? Pudgy Penguin says, Apple every year. Look at the meme, right? It's the guy with the shirt. And once he opened the same shirt, it's the same shirt. And DYB says, damn, it looks so different. Sunex is like, hey, Grok, why does 17 look like the 16? Snoozy says, are we still using iPhone 12? Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm good with my iPhone. I don't need that. I don't need that. It's just one of those things, right? It's like, really? I know the iPhone 12 is perfectly fine. I only upgraded to the 16 because they gave it to me for free. That's all they did. I got it for free. Oh, there was a little, wheeling and dealing here and there, and I signed up for this and I got that. And it's like, but the phone was free. So, yeah. Sometimes you just have to play the game, right? You play the game with Verizon and you end up with a free phone. You got to do it right, though. You got to do it right. So that's how I got the 16, which is good. I got the 16. What's going on? Well, this morning we talked about clean core, right? And we know, and somebody pointed out in the comments, and I know that. And I said that. This guy who made the comment didn't watch the live stream yesterday when I said it was a failing company. It was a cleaning products company that was losing money every year, but it was trading on the New York Stock Exchange, which is why it was a perfect target for these guys to go after it. I don't know, to form some kind of alliance. I don't know what the deal is, but you know what? They bought 285 million Dogecoin, and they're going to buy another 715 million Dogecoin minimum over the next 30 days because they may buy another billion after that. So they are quite possibly going to be the MicroStrategy of Dogecoin. That's what they're trying to do now. Will that work? We'll see. But we do believe Dogecoin is going to be awesome. And it's going to make these guys a lot of money. It's going to make them a lot of money. A lot more money than they would have made selling cleaning products. That is for sure. So I'm bullish about that. Meanwhile, the first US Doge ETF is going to begin trading on Thursday. According to a Bloomberg analyst, yes, this is Eric Balchunas. Of course, we broke that news yesterday as well. And we looked and we found the Eric Balchunas tweet where he had all of the detail, and it is here as well. Here is all of the details that you want on this Doge ETF. It's the Rex Osprey Doge ETF, incorporated in the United States. The fund seeks investment results before fees and expenses that correspond to the performance of Dogecoin. So this is going to begin trading on Thursday. That's what it says. So what does this mean? It is a It's a meme coin going ETF is what it is. Another reason why I'm bullish on Dogecoin. Also, if we look on James Seifert's list of upcoming other ETFs, we have the Grayscale Dogecoin. October 18th is the final deadline date. It's October 18th, according to this. Hey, Pex Cat's here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You're interrupting me. I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle of some good stuff. Can you move over and get out of the way? Thank you. Thank you. Go over there. Your side. Thank you. Your side. No, you're good right there. Oh, God. Grayscale Dogecoin Trust conversion into an ETF October 18th. So that is October 18th. So I'm bullish about that. Now, Doge tipping is like, I don't care about the Dogecoin ETF stuff. Dogecoin is for transactions, online shopping, tipping, remittances, charity donations, like all of that. That's what Dogecoin is. Now, we do have the treasury companies. We do have the ETFs. In my opinion, that just opens up the beauty of Dogecoin to more people as a legitimate investment vehicle that can also be used as a currency. So that's what I say. I've kind of come around and am more on board with this whole thing, with the ETF and the Dogecoin treasury. I'm on board with it now. Yes, we want Dogecoin to be used as a currency. But this is just going to open up the doors for more and more exposure to Dogecoin. And I'll take that. And I'll take that. What else is going on? Look, we've got the PPI data tomorrow. Ooh, PPI data, look out. What are the inflation numbers going to be? And then Thursday, we've got the US CPI data, as well as the initial jobless claims. So it'll be interesting to see CPI data and jobless claims coming out on the same day. We also have the ECB and their rate cut decision. Are they cutting rates? The week before, Powell, we think, is going to be cutting rates in just one more week. In just one more week. And not only that, but there could be now 3 rate cuts in 2025 because the CME group and their FedWatch tool is now more certain that by December, after 3 rate cuts, we're going to be down 75 basis points from where we are today. So that's either 3 25 basis point rate cuts, or they just might next week just do a 50-point cut. That is still on the table. And there's still like a 10, 11% chance of that. But after these numbers tomorrow and Thursday, those odds may change. So we will be watching that. So I'm bullish. I'm bullish on that. Rate cutting should lead to cryptocurrencies going up in price. Yes, up in price. So I'm bullish about that. What else we got? What if the real store of value isn't gold or abstract code, but shared optimism? What if the true wealth is found in a collective goodwill? That's why we Dogecoin, because Dogecoin is fun. It is permissionless. It is decentralized finance, all wrapped into one meme picture. So we can have fun or we can have fun and make money too. Funny. Have fun and make money too. I know, Ryan, 50 basis points does seem possible now. Does seem possible. And with all this talk about Doge and everything going on with Dogecoin, and Dogecoin again outperforming Bitcoin even on a red day, what does that mean for Bitcoin dominance, which is still dropping, kind of slowly, but it is dropping. It has completely broken the trend, lost key support. Every cycle, this marks the same outcome. Bitcoin cools, alts ignite. Rotation isn't coming, it's already here. This is how alt seasons always begin. So here we are. Now, I don't know how far Bitcoin dominance is going to drop. I was guessing around 50 to 50% or so. Many others think it's going to come all the way down to 40, like we saw back in 2021. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Well, Team Pups, I wouldn't expect anything else from you but to pump your sheep bags. So good luck. Good luck with your sheep bags. Pups, I would expect nothing else from you. So pump away. Go ahead. Also, of course, was looking at the liquidation heat map, and my, oh my, this mix. Did you guys see what happened to mix today? Am I the only one watching this? I think this is fascinating. I really do. But maybe I'm the only one who cares about this. But man, oh man, this thing has had huge volume today. I thought maybe that was the top at like 14.4 yesterday. But no, I mean, they dumped it down to about $10. But this morning, it traded all the way up to $18. They dumped it down to $12, came all the way back up to $18 again, and then dumped it again down to $14. This is wiping out the shorts and the longs back and forth. These are huge moves. It doesn't look that much on the screen, but they're huge moves for this thing. This is a totally centralized, stupid crypto token that doesn't do anything. Totally centralized. But for some reason, this thing was getting bought up, and now the leverage traders are trying to make money on it, and the market makers are just flipping it back and forth, up and down, taking down the longs, taking down the shorts, taking out the longs, taking out the shorts, taking out the longs. It's crazy how much money is going into this thing. If we look at, let me update this mix. So in the past hour, it's just under 1 million. In 4 hours, it's 6 million. In 12 hours, it's 20 million. And in 24 hours, it's $34 million has been wiped out on mix. $34 million on this stupid token nobody's ever heard of. $34 million. It's like, wow. Anyway, I just had to just point that out, that that's going on. Meanwhile, we've got Doge over 24 cents, right? Now we had Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin sold off today, but Doge is back up and almost even on the day, while Bitcoin is still down 0.6. Bitcoin's still down. Bitcoin's trying to come back up. Now, if Bitcoin comes over 112, Dogecoin should be at least 24.5. So we'll be watching that during the live stream. There's a lot going on, guys. My Dogecoin miner is ordered and it is in shipment. Yes, I am going to be getting a mining rig. We're going to mine some Dogecoin, guys. We're going to mine some Dogecoin. What else? What else? What else? We're waiting to see about Elon and X, and still no word about X payments, X money, just waiting. But Dogecoin can go on a run without Elon. So how you guys doing? How are you guys doing here, huh? Johnny, you did some nice Doge swings, bought a few $1,000 extra, down in the 20s, sold, up at 24.9, back down. Yep. What timings it would be if 75-point cut and at the same time crypto exploding? Yes, indeed. Don't forget to take profit. That is true, Zpar, but it's not time yet. I'm not taking any profit yet. Ben expects alts to bleed against ETH. I thought alts were bleeding against Bitcoin. ETH is an alt. So he's probably talking about what, total 3, right? Which is all alts outside of the top 10. And so that doesn't even include Dogecoin. And that could be, but Dogecoin is a top 10 and it's not included in the total 3 chart. Because I know he'd been looking at that. Yeah, Ron, exactly. I originally didn't back the Dogecoin ETF idea, but now have a total view of it. Me too. I've come around. I've come around to the point where it's giving Dogecoin more exposure. And with that exposure, it just brings more people into the Doge fam, right? And if they've got the ETF, they've got the, that's fine. That's fine. But if they buy it now and Dogecoin goes to the moon, guess what? They're going to the moon with us. They're going to the moon with us. So I'll take that. I'll take that, Ron. Anything to bump up that Doge market cap. Because guess what? The more people who buy the ETF means the hedge fund, right? That company needs to also buy the corresponding Dogecoin. That's the way it works. So, Mr. Lolovec, how are you? You got your home miner, DG home miner set up and running, and you've mined 8 Dogecoin so far. All right. It's a free Dogecoin. It'll be interesting to see what your power bill is on your Doge miner. But yes, it's like you plug it in and it just gives you Dogecoin. So Lolovec used my link in the description below to get himself one of these DG1 home miner. So this is a script ASIC miner that is liquid cooled. Doesn't have these big fans like the DG2. There's no fans on this thing. There's no fans. It's quiet. And it plugs into your house power. It plugs into your house power. They've dropped the price from $1,700 to $1,100. And if you use the link in my description below, you get an additional $200 off this thing. So you get it for $900. $900. Mine is on its way. And you can actually pay for this with Dogecoin. Did you know that? You could actually pay for this using Doge and Bitcoin and Litecoin and Tether if you wanted, or you could just use USD, your US dollars, but you can pay for this with Dogecoin if you wanted to. They do accept Dogecoin as payment. So pretty interesting. So mine's coming, and I will have an unboxing video that I'll make and set it up and all of that. Going to mine some Dogecoin. Now, is it going to make me rich mining Dogecoin? No, it's not. It's not. But you know what? ElphaPex just mined 8 Doge today with Doge at a price of 24 cents. But it's going to be tomorrow, 10 more Doge. And the next day, 10 more Doge. And then day after day after day. It's roughly averaging about 10 Doge a day, depending on the pool that you sign up with. Did you do via BTC, ElphaPex? It depends on the mining pool you're with. That's the easiest way to do it, is the mining pool. Now you can set it up to be a solo miner as well, but you may go weeks without hitting a block. So setting it up as with the pool, just you'll get a consistent right around 10 Doge a day. Plus you'll be getting some Litecoin as well, because you can merge mine it, and you can get Bells tokens or Bells coins and a few other little ones. Not worth much, but it comes with it. It's all script mining, so you can merge mine with this thing. So that's pretty cool. So mine's coming. I will very excited to get mine, and we'll do the whole unboxing setup and show you how it works. But again, it's on sale, and plus an additional $200 if you use my code. So check that out. Check that out. Very excited. I'm a Doge ETF supporter from day one. Yeah, if you can buy it within a retirement fund, an IRA or 401k, if it's offered and you can get it, then all the gains are tax-free. Tax-free. Yes. Personally, I don't own any crypto ETFs, because you do have to pay fees. And it's like, I just buy the crypto. I just buy the crypto. What do you think? Wow, 28 cents September right now. 28 cents is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So yeah. Have my odds of hitting $1 increased? No, the whole dollar thing is all going to be tied in with Elon. I think if Elon does something, I think it's going to be really hard for Dogecoin to get to $1 without some Elon involvement. That's just what I think. So yes, Nate. So I have a link in the description below to ElphaPex, which is this DG1 home miner. So this is mining at home. There are more powerful miners, but you can't set them up at home. They're way too loud. You need special power, like all that stuff. So Hey, Mark, how are you? RR, good evening. Squid's back. What did the ICA chart do? Did it go back up? I don't think so, right? I think that was it for ICA, right? Yep, that was it. Just up and down. Look, and that's it. Back down to 3 cents. What a ride, huh? What a ride. That was a one-day thing yesterday. Look at that. On the 30-minute chart, it's just a wick all the way up and all the way down. That's crazy. It started to go on a little bit of a second run and came up to 5 cents, and then that's it. Now it's just tailing off. But yeah, what a run that was, huh? What a run. Hope we steer ourselves higher. I like this. I actually like this. Higher lows. Just ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. I like it. Higher lows. Let's go. I made a bigger magnet so we can get to 25 cents. Because you know the magnet helps, right? I sold 25,000 worth of Doge on Robinhood and then bought it back to get access to the 0.25 spread when buying and selling my whole bag with the smart exchange routing. That's better than Coinbase, right? Coinbase, you're going to pay a fee, but your spread is like 0.01. I mean, it's like there's like no spread on Coinbase. So I don't know. Maybe it evens out. You might be a little bit ahead on this. The problem is the price on, I guess if your spread that you're buying there is tighter than the normal Robinhood buy and sell, I guess that's better. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Sunshine, how are you? Yeah, holding 24 cents. We did dip down to about 23.7 this morning, but that was Bitcoin. That was all Bitcoin's fault. Bitcoin did a big dump right before noon today. Somebody sold a lot of Bitcoin for that to dump. And so the market kind of went down with it, but Doge has recovered back nicely. You see the fan vent on the bottom of that? Yeah, it basically is, it's a very quiet vent is what it is, not really a fan. It's kind of a vent. And hot air comes out at a slow pace. So it'll be nice to have in the wintertime. In the summer, I don't know. Maybe I'll move it down to the basement for the summer. It does run on Wi-Fi. You have to set it up with a plug. You got to plug it into your router to set it up. But then you can flip over to Wi-Fi. And then you can move it anywhere in your house. You'll take your chances as a solo miner. Hit that block on your first day. That would be 10,000 Doge, wouldn't it? That would be 10,000 Dogecoin. 10 Doge a day, 1 Doge equals 1 Doge, right? Well, Tom, it depends on how much you're adding to the electric bill. Probably not $10 a day. I mean, think about that, right? Over 30 days, $10 a day, $3,000 electric bill. No, it's not going to be that high. But I get your point, though. I'm not doing it to make money, right? If I was just making money, I'd just buy Doge. I got a lot of Doge. I'm good. I'm doing it for the experience, for the content, for the fun. It's part of Dogecoin as a proof of work cryptocurrency to mine Dogecoin. So that's why I'm doing it. Be part of the network supporting the security of Doge, like all of that. I want to be part of that. I'm not getting the miner to make a ton of money. But that's just me. Yep, supporting the blockchain. But hey, I mean, you can complain about it if you want. I'm just saying, for me, I want to support Dogecoin. I already bought a lot of Dogecoin. You bought the IBIT ETF, but had to buy in USD. That's for Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah. What's the price of Doge going to be in 3 years? And if you're just mining it every day, right? Every day, day in and day out, helping to heat your house in the wintertime, right? So you're saving a little bit on your heat bill. Hey, Duchess. Duchess, one of our new members now of the channel. Almost done with your cooking? Nice. What's for dinner? Or lunch? Yes, there's a tariff charge. There's a tariff charge. And if you believe in the 4-year cycle, it will be more than $1, most likely. If it doesn't make it this time. Where's the ETF for Fartcoin? Where's that Fartcoin ETF? Yeah, I stay away from leverage. I use Coinbase Advanced for all of my Coinbase trading. Hey, Matt, what's on your mind today? Elon. Elon's on your mind today. Okay. Why wouldn't Elon do something special with Dogecoin this year, seeing as how much of an impact that would have? He might. We don't know. Anthony, you have an outstanding balance of $644. $644. So that sounds like it's the shipping plus the tariff is what that looks like. That's what that looks like. It's the shipping plus the tariff. Yeah, customs. It ships from Hong Kong. And Kriss also gets to use it as a write-off. That is true too. That is true too. It's part of my business. Love it. Pump it. Are we going to get another chance for a dip? I think there's going to be some volatility both tomorrow and Thursday. How much? We don't know. We don't know. You're in on Doge? Yeah. Yeah, the ETF news. It's all over. It's like it's happening. Here's Cointelegraph's. First U.S. Doge ETF to begin trading on Thursday. Well, it sounds pretty good to me. It'll be a sell the news event? I don't think so, Jay. I think it's just going to be one of those things. There's so much going on. It's not overhyped. It really isn't overhyped. We're the only ones talking about it. It's not really out there like this huge, giant thing. So that's what I think. It's taking all my willpower not to go to the bank and take out a max loan. Be careful. Loans. Oh, man. Borrowing money to buy crypto. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You don't want to take on debt. Find other ways to scrape up some funds. Harold, you've been buying on Coinbase without Advanced? Yikes. Well, now you know, right? Now you know. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the Bitwise Dogecoin ETF. It was not on the same approval path as Grayscale's. So it hasn't delayed it. It just part of the process, right? It just passing it on to the next stage is really all it is. It's not like a big deal, Maramello. Not a big deal. What happened to the Doge 1 mission? Yeah. Again, that wasn't Elon. That was that third-party company that was going to make this satellite and all this stuff, and they just didn't do it. They didn't end up doing it. They must have had a lot of investment money, and they just wasted it all because they made the prototype. We saw the prototype, and we thought they were making the real thing. And then it didn't happen. So that wasn't an Elon thing. It wasn't a SpaceX thing. It was the third party. And they just didn't come through. Ways to write off the miner. Create a business. Also, are you going to be monitoring your power usage? Yes, I'm going to get a wall plug that monitors the usage. So I know how much, how many kilowatt hours are going for the miner. So I'll know how much on a monthly basis is the miner versus the rest of my house. I'm going to do that. The DG1 Home 1 uses approximately 630 watts of power, 15 kilowatt hours of energy per day. Yeah. And I don't know. I guess I should look and see how much kilowatt hours I use average now before I have the miner. And I can kind of back into what the impact is going to be. But yeah. Yeah. So if you're paying like 20 cents for 15 kilowatt hours per day, right? At 20 cents a kilowatt hour. So what's that, $30 a day? Did I do the math right? I'm tired. I'm sorry. 15 kilowatt hours. No, times 20 cents. So that'd be $3. $3. And if you mine 10 Dogecoin, right, at 24 cents, that's $2.40. So you're down about 60 cents a day right now with Dogecoin at the price it's at. So Dogecoin goes to 30 cents, you're breaking even. Something like that. If you pay 20 cents per kilowatt hour. Something like that. But I mean, that's what they say the usage is going to be. I'm going to check and see what my actual usage is. So this is what they're saying. But thanks, Dr. Tom, for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Boss, thinking about selling your Sheeb and Pepe to buy more zone stock. You're still in the zone stock, huh, Mac? You're still there. What is it at? Yeah, a little over $4. Little over $4 still. Did you see pre-market this morning? It hit $6, Mac. I was thinking about you. I saw it hit $6 and I was like, oh, Mac, $6. It was just a short period of time pre-market. Crazy. I started the pump. Yeah. Yes, I did. Nice. Hey, Miguel, how are you? Some nice slow gains, I know. This is much better. This is much better than the big God green candle and then it follows a red one and gets shorted down. Eric, you think the stock is going to get rugged? I mean, that's what a lot of people thought about MicroStrategy, and look at that stock. Some people have made more money on MicroStrategy than they've made on Bitcoin. Just saying, you don't know. You don't know about these things. Loaded up on Pengu. I'm just waiting for Pengu to take off so I can pay off my Trump token losses, right? I want to pay off my Trump token losses is what I want to do. But yeah, this is nice. Up over 3 cents, holding well, up to 3.3 now. It touched 3.5 earlier, so this is good. It's good on Pengu. I know the company's not MicroStrategy. I'm just saying you never know. These small market cap companies, you never know. It's kind of crazy though. They buy 1 billion Dogecoin. Dogecoin goes to $1. You do the math, right? That treasury is now worth $1 billion. I mean, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Oracle stock is up 30% on earnings. Oracle. That's crazy. Megal's down a little. GameStop is up 4% after market. Interesting. Not too much on my watch list is really moving other than Zone on the downside. Nvidia is going up. How many Doge ETFs will there be if all the pending ETFs are approved? There would be 4. So Rex Osprey is Thursday. Grayscale is October 18th. And there's Bitwise and 21 shares. Those are the other 2 that have been filed with the SEC. So that would be 4. Yeah, Anthony, we were watching it after hours here during the live stream yesterday. I never saw $7. I saw it over $5. I didn't see the spike up to 7, but we weren't watching it like, for 3 hours solid. So it might have done that. The pre-market this morning, I saw $6. You know, you're going to set up some solar panels for long term, right? As much energy as you can get out of the sun. It's a good idea. The only other ones I know of, Ryan, are the other, like MetaPlanet, that's gone into buying a bunch of Bitcoin. And there's other companies. I know GameStop bought some Bitcoin. There's some other smaller companies buying Bitcoin. There's what was the one that's buying ETH? That SBET stock, right? Buying a bunch of ETH. And then there's another company that's buying Solana. So there's a number of other ones out there. For Doge, I mean, BitOrigin wants to mine Dogecoin, but they're going to buy some too. And I thought there was another one, another Doge one. I can't remember. Yep, you got to do KYC, Bogdan, to get the ElphaPex. You got to do KYC. Yeah, GameStop did sell a bunch of stock to buy Bitcoin, but everyone already knew that GameStop had a bunch of cash on hand. And so if they had just used that, GameStop stock would have gone up. The price would have ballooned. But no, instead, they had to play it cute, sell a bunch of stock, and they used that to buy the Bitcoin, and that pissed off the GameStop investors that they did it that way. So yeah, SBET and BMNR, right? You saw it go up to 7 pre-market. Yeah, I saw it 6. This is Zone we're talking about, the Clean Core Solutions stock. They're going to buy 1 billion Dogecoin. I mean, they already bought 285 million, so getting up to 1 billion, I don't doubt that they're going to do it. Yeah, we'll see what happens Thursday. It's going to be exciting. But again, also on Thursday, we've got, where's the, this one. So ECB rate cut decision Thursday. We've got the US CPI data on Thursday and US initial jobless claims on Thursday. So a lot of data happening on Thursday. PPI is tomorrow. Usually PPI and CPI they're usually pretty close. Whether it's up or down, they're pretty much the same. So we'll get a good idea tomorrow of what that CPI data is going to look like. Could be good. Is the Bitwise and 21 shares ETF going to happen on the same day? They might. So the SEC did that with Bitcoin because Bitcoin had like 7 or 8 different ETFs, and they all had varying dates. And what they ended up doing is they just, whatever that first one was, they went ahead and approved all the rest of them and made them so that they all started trading on the same day. That's the way they did it with Bitcoin. Now, will they do that with Doge and then go ahead and move the Bitwise and 21 shares up with the Grayscale and have them all start trading on the same day? Maybe. They might do that. Sure, Powell. Right. Sure, Powell. Buying that much Doge, Zone has to have some type of potential in it. Well, they're not making money selling cleaning products, but investing in Dogecoin, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, does MicroStrategy still sell software? Maybe. What does MicroStrategy actually do? They just hold a crap ton of Bitcoin, right? But what do they actually do? Setting my alarm clock for Thursday. It could be fun Thursday morning. Just glad Doge is on an upward trajectory since April. We are likely headed into bullish times in the coming months, if not weeks. Plenty of action to come. Yes. My short-term Doge prediction, it's still 24-25 cents for the end of September. I would like to think someone else mentioned 28. Yeah, 28 could be good. It's still September, though. In September, it's a dicey month, but for Doge, it's looking very positive. It's looking very positive for Dogecoin. More than Bitcoin. Nick, you posted a meme in the community? Let's see. Let's see. For those that don't know, on your phone in the YouTube app, it doesn't work on a computer, on a web browser, but you go into the YouTube app and you click on my KrissPax channel. There's a button there called Visit Community, and you click on that and then say Newest, and you'll see. No, Nick, I don't see it. I've got Will's post here on Zone taking off. Go Dogecoin Reserve. So, no, I don't see it. This thing is really weird how it works, the community. It just doesn't always post for everyone. I don't know why. I don't know why. But yep, Texas Leaguer. You got a membership. Welcome. If they buy 750,000, wouldn't that increase the stock price? Market cap is only... Well, you would think the stock price would get bought up. You would think. So weird how there doesn't seem to be any hype around the Doge ETFs. There's a little bit. There's a little bit out there outside of the Dogecoin community, but it's just that this is the Rex Osprey one. Again, it's like these aren't big players. They're not like a BlackRock or a Grayscale or a Bitwise, right? This is low level. And there's already a Solana one out there that nobody talks about. So that's why this is all just in the Dogecoin community pretty much. And then for laughs, a few outside have noticed it and are just shaking their head, shaking my head. Just SMH. It's like a Dogecoin ETF, really? Duchess, your husband got you to upgrade to an iPhone 14. Well, that must have been a free phone. iPhone 14. But hey, you're now in the Apple ecosystem, and Apple likes to get you into their system where you never go back to Android. I know, Matt, right? So much going on. The rest of the world has no idea. There's no clue what's going on. Yeah, just send it by email. This YouTube community thing, I don't know why it just doesn't post everything. Is $1 happening? Well, you tell me, Crazy Bear. Is Elon going to do something about Doge or not? You love the iPhone? Never thought you would. Once you get in, though, it's hard to leave. Is now a good time to buy Doge? Good one, buddy. Good one. Buddy. My net worth is in Dogecoin. Am I set for life? Well, Nick, you're getting in early, right? You're getting in early. That's for sure. So buying Doge now, you are early. Now, can you handle the swings, right? That's the thing. Can you handle the up and down? How is Rex able to get the ETF sooner? Because they did the Section 40 thing, which was a different path than the S1 and 19B4 route. It's cutting corners. I don't know how it works technically. The others won't get pushed up to release with it. They didn't do that with Solana. So you definitely don't want an Android. I'm good with Apple. My kids have Androids. They love them. I'm like, good for you. Just be careful. Is Mix an authentic X coin? I have no idea what it is. I just know that it's crazy trading. The market makers are like screwing leverage traders, both short and long. Just craziness. Craziness. You wish there was a good open source phone? Yeah, Elon's not going to do a Tesla phone. A lot of people have asked him to do it. And he's just kind of like, well, if the phones that are out there end up like really doing nasty things, then he might consider it. But hey, Toss, I only buy during green candles because green means go. Well, you know, there is a philosophy of that. Well, we do have our pinger on. Oh, there was a Doge. $219,000 on that little Doge dip right there. That was a brand new leverage trade that just got wiped out. Man. Down, Jers, but not out, right? Not out. $1. I don't know if it can get denied at this point, Ryan. I don't know if it can get denied. I mean, most people outside of Doge don't even know this Rex Osprey thing in the first place. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, Nick, if he's going to tweet about Dogecoin. I don't know. Is he going to accept Dogecoin as payment into Tesla, the robo-taxi? I mean, he sees all the posts about it. He follows a bunch of the Dogecoin people on Twitter, on X. So he sees it. He knows we want him to flip that switch and turn on that acceptance of Dogecoin. So he could just be waiting for something. I don't know. I don't know. But I know he's not going to go crazy tweeting about it just for shits and grins, right? He's not going to do that because of the, probably after that lawsuit thing. Probably not going to do it. So overall in the crypto market today, again, MIX is the crazy one, up over 1,000% over the week, just craziness. Story had a big run today. WorldCoin is up now 100% for the week. So whatever's going on over there with the WorldCoin, it's crazy. It's pulling back a bunch now in the last hour. Mantle is up. ENA again. The graph finally moving. It's been a while. SPX. And the losers: Form, Zcash, Memecore, poor World Liberty Finance. World Liberty Finance is trying to hold on to 20 cents. Trying to hold on to 20 cents. And where's Dogecoin? 24. Remember when World Liberty was higher than Doge and I said that they would flip? They did. They did. No, it wasn't World Liberty Finance he got kicked off of. It was another one of their things. And it just had to do with a conflict of interest thing. It wasn't anything he did. That's all it was. Maybe it would come from a Tesla account, so not directly tied to him. Yeah, but he can't help himself, right? He wouldn't be able to help himself. Yeah, SPX. I'm not touching World Liberty Finance. Even at 19 cents, I'm not touching it. No, I'm good with Doge. Good night, RR. Doge used to be at almost $1. No, it didn't. Doge did not used to be almost $1 GVC. Yeah, that Eric Trump thing. Let me find the name of that. Eric Trump board kicked off. Let's see if that does it. Eric Trump removed Alt 5 Sigma. That's the name of it. Eric Trump was removed from the board of Alt 5 Sigma after discussions with NASDAQ. It will instead serve as a board observer. So there was some conflict of interest thing, and this is Alt 5 Sigma. All right, not World Liberty. I knew it was something else. SPX just got listed on Coinbase. Well, that would certainly help it do a little spike, wouldn't it? This morning, yeah. Up it goes. It hit up to about $1.44 and then dipped all the way down to $1.30. Yeah, some volatile trading there. Hey, Conrad. I've been on for an hour. I've been on for an hour. Yeah, 78, 73, 74, somewhere in there. That's not close to $1. Not close to $1. But yep, and I remember exactly the day, May 7th, 2021. May 6th, May 7th, depending on where in the world you are. Yep, I remember. Exactly. Not only did I talk about the company buying 1 billion Doge, Conrad, but I also made a video of that this morning, right here. The Dogecoin treasury. I made this video this morning. So if you want to know more, check out that video. I covered it this morning. My Dogecoin treasury video, all right? So I didn't repeat all of that here during the live stream. You can go watch that. SPX feels scammy. It's a meme as far as I can tell. It's a meme. What's my thesis on Doge? My thesis. Wow, a thesis. Doge is slowly transforming from a meme coin into a legitimate investment vehicle as well as a day-to-day currency, as cryptocurrency should be. That's my thesis. That's my thesis. I wouldn't mind being president. I just would not want to run for president. No way. Just give it to me. I'll take it. But the whole campaign thing, all that, yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. John in Florida, what's your point? Who cares? XRP, Doge, whatever. I don't know what your point is. This time it's going to be around November 7th, Tricks. Okay. I know. A thesis and everything, right? A thesis. Yeah. I got a thesis for you. I am not having my retina scanned, Jay. Not having my retina scanned. I don't care how many WorldCoin tokens they're going to airdrop to me. You ain't touching my eye. You ain't touching my eye. Not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah, and more DeFi. It's going to be interesting, Squid, to see how DeFi survives, at least in the United States. When they get through with all of this regulation stuff they're going to talk about in this fall, what is that going to mean for the world of DeFi? That'll be interesting. I mean, they'll support like the big exchanges, Coinbase, Robinhood, Crypto.com, right? They've all gone and talked to Trump. They've all right? They know what's going on. But the whole world of DeFi, I don't know. Don't know how that's going to play out. October 20th, of course. Right, of course, October 20th. How could I forget? Don't book your ticket yet. Agreed, Goose. Agreed. I couldn't lie like that. I couldn't do it. They all do it. You're right. Hey, Mars, how are you? Been busy lately? Waiting for the God candle? We don't want the God candle, Mars. We'd like this slow and steady. Slow and steady. Less shorting going on with the slow and steady, which I like. So let's just keep doing that. That's what I say. Slow and steady. We got the magnet here. Just looking at 25 cents next. We'll go 1 penny at a time. I do have a video for you, Neek. I got a video for you to watch. Go onto my channel, click on videos, all right? And then I made it just a couple weeks ago, and it's called the Dogecoin Crypto 2-Year Outlook, right there. Watch that one. It's the Dogecoin Crypto 2-Year Outlook. I think this is what you're looking for, okay? Check that one out. Winning. We're all winning. Mars, we're all winning. We're all winning. But no, I don't want the big God candle. I don't want it for Doge. I don't. It won't be able to hold. The shorters will come piling in. Short it all to hell. I don't want that. I like this. Slow and steady. Higher lows, higher highs. Just stair-stepping up quietly, right? We all know what's going on. But those people out there, the ones that are just going to short the hell out of it, they don't know. So, yeah. Good luck, Neat. And hey, stick around. Let me know if you have any other questions. That's what we do here. That's what we do here. Who's entrenching power, Ryan? Oh, the politicians? Yeah. They say, right, they're going to do what's best for their constituents, but then they go to Congress and they just start making deals. It's all the deal making. Yeah. All the deal making. Any crypto with an X is an immediate red flag. Like XRP, perhaps? Red flag. XLM, red flag. SPX, red flag. Yeah. Exactly. Let's take a tour around, see what our favorites are doing. Take a look at Bonk. Bonk, yeah, kind of going sideways today. Not a lot going on with the Bonk. We already looked at Pengu. Pump.fun. Nah, kind of. It actually ended up doing a triple top. Look at that. Kind of a triple top there. So it's just waiting, consolidating. So not really moving on Pump. What were the ones yesterday? Aether, right? That was one we watched. Big run. Did you guys watch Aether yesterday? Huge run. Came down to about half of the big run. That's typically what they do, right? Right? They come down about half, consolidate, and then slowly start moving back up. So that's kind of a classic move right there that we see on Aether right there. It did it, played out. That's pretty good. ICA we already looked at. Crazy. And Mix we were looking at. All kinds of games going on with this thing. But I thought this would do what Aether did. And once it started going down, it would come down to like that level, maybe around $6. And it never did. It just started getting manipulated right back up. And since then, up, down, craziness. Huge volume on this thing for what its market cap is. Well, I guess it's in the top 100 now. You go up 1,000%. So yeah, so that's what's going on with what we were looking at. XAI. Yeah, I wouldn't trust them. SWI. I don't know what's going to happen with SWI. I mean, it already had its huge run, right? We go out to the daily and we can see it already had this big run. That was 2024. Because, yeah, back in July, a year ago, it was like 50 cents and it ran all the way up to $5, right? That was the big run on SWI right there. So now it's around 350. It's just not going to have that kind of run again. That was the big run. That was just huge. From 50 cents to $5. Now it did retrace quite a bit. And you know, when we did know that in April, you know, this was all fear of tariffs, like all that stuff, and that was the time to be buying crypto. I bought a bunch of Doge at 13 cents, now up almost double. Lowest this went was $2, now at 350. So again, very similar move than Doge. So yeah, that's what's going on. Boy, on the daily chart, that magnet gets big, doesn't it? That magnet gets really big on the daily chart. Back to it. I don't follow fighting, so I don't know. H-bar. H-bar's been lagging. 22 cents. It started going up a little bit yesterday. I see that now. A little bit yesterday, but kind of back where it was here, August 29th. So this was the weakness that we were talking about with H-bar. Why did it go down there? Because H-bar used to be, last time Doge was 24 cents, H-bar was 28 cents. Now Doge is 24 cents again, but H-bar is 22 now, not 28. So I don't know why H-bar was lagging there. But this is nice yesterday. Nice little run. Will November be the cool down? Maybe more near the end of the month is what we typically see. I mean, depending on what's going on, right? There could be good news that spills out from October into November. November's generally are good trading months as well, on an average. But by the time you get to Thanksgiving, some people are starting to check out. Doge stable today. Bitcoin on a red day for Bitcoin and Doge, Doge is less red than Bitcoin. That doesn't happen very often. Pepe, Kenneth. Yeah, Pepe, it dropped to 0 again, so it's above that yellow line there, which is 10. I just call it 10. Right now it's about 10.26. I think it'll get to 20, but above that, that might be it, because I mean, Pepe was last year's like big meme thing. And this year, I don't see Pepe getting that same kind of attention where it's going to do like a 5x or something. I don't see it. I don't see that with Pepe this year. The time to have bought Pepe was 2 years ago, and you'd be way up. The magnet worked on the daily. Yep. Really big on the daily chart. This is good though. I'll take this. Come on. Got to get that pull working. Oh, Will, it's your fault on H-bar. It's all your fault. Again, overall on the news on Doge, why I'm bullish. I mean, clean core. Yeah, you can complain about the company that used to sell cleaning products. Maybe they still do. I don't know. They were losing money every year, but they were trading on the stock exchange. And I think that's why House of Doge and Dogecoin Foundation wanted to partner with them, because it was already trading as a stock. So again, how that partnership and a relationship works, I want to hear the story, right? I want to hear the story, like who approached who, right? Did CleanCore come up with this idea by themselves? Like we should buy Dogecoin for our treasury? Or were they approached by the House of Doge? Did they contact them and say, hey guys, I got a deal for you. I got an idea for you to think about here. How about Dogecoin? Right. I want to hear that story. And it'd be more than buying cleaning products with Doge. But they should do that too. If they're still selling cleaning products, they should be accepting Dogecoin as payment. That's a good question. I'll ask House of Doge that. I'll ask them, are they still selling cleaning products, and do they accept Dogecoin as payment? I'm going to do that tonight. See what they say. So anyway, these guys bought 285 million Dogecoin, and they've already committed to buying another 715 million Doge over the next 30 days, so that they have a stash of at least 1 billion Dogecoin in their Dogecoin reserve. And they talk about in the future buying maybe up to 4 billion more Dogecoin. So why not 5 billion Dogecoin, right? I'll take it. 5 billion Doge. I'll take it. So there's that news, as well as the first US Doge ETF will begin trading on Thursday, according to Eric Balkunis, Bloomberg analyst. This is that Rex Osprey fund. It's not one of the big ones, but if it is indeed going to start trading, that will be a Dogecoin ETF. Even if people can't figure out how to buy it, because Rex Osprey is really not a big deal. They are not. They're not a Grayscale. They are not BlackRock for sure. But it'll still be cool. And then we'll see what happens in October with Grayscale, because that's the next one. And we looked at the chart, and that was here. That this chart here shows Grayscale Dogecoin Trust, the final SEC deadline is October 18th, right there. October 18th. Unfortunately, that day is also the final deadline date for their XRP ETF. And so we're going to have to share the news with stupid XRP. But that's okay. That would be good news to share, though. I would take that. That would be good news to share. Why not 6.9 billion? I know, right? Get half off a vacuum if you use Dogecoin. Yeah, and you should get it on sale. I mean, that's what Williamsburg Pizza does for their pizza. You buy in Dogecoin, you get like 20 or 25% off. Of course. Use Dogecoin. Williamsburg Pizza is like, yeah, give me that Doge because I make money on that Doge. Right? Going to my brother-in-law's gender reveal. Hope it's a baby Doge. Yeah. All of a sudden, it's yellow balloons come out, right? It's yellow. It's like, wait, what? Yellow? What does that mean? That'd be a good trick to play on someone, right? Blue, pink, yellow. It's like yellow. You're into graphic design. The Doge image that was just on Twitter is amazingly put together. The Doge image that was put on Twitter. This one? Yeah. It's pretty cool. I don't know who did it. It wasn't me. I borrow. I borrow. But yeah, somebody did a little work there. I agree. Do I think we're getting the Dogecoin ETF Thursday? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I believe this guy, Eric Balchunas. I believe him. I mean, he's big time Bloomberg ETF specialist, and he says it looks like it's slated for Thursday launch. That's what he said. So yep. Yuppers, exactly. Yuppers. XRP buyers are like Corvette owners. They wear bulky white New Balance jean shorts with tube socks. Josh. Yeah. I want us all to make money, right? Whether it's XRP, Doge, Bitcoin. I want the total market cap for all crypto to go to $10 trillion. We're just under 4 now. So $10 trillion total crypto market cap. We all win. We all win. That's what I want. But it would still be better if Doge does better than XRP. Hey, boss man. Yeah, crow with knife. Yeah, that's been around for a while. That's been around for a while. It's a meme built on Kronos. I keep getting ads on it on my crypto.com. Well, I used to get a bunch of ads for it on the crypto.com app, but I've never bought it because I just don't know if it's big enough to. For a while, though, when it started trading, it was making huge, huge profits, but I never bought it. Yeah, that was a while ago. I haven't seen it lately, Eric. I misspoke there at first. That was a while ago since I've seen that. But it wouldn't surprise me if crypto.com didn't start pushing it again. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I didn't say you were shilling it, boss man. Crypto.com was shilling it. No, nothing against you. And I know XRP, I said XRP can make people money. XRP can make people money. I just don't like the project. I don't like their token. I don't like Ripple. I don't like what they do, what they stand for, deals they're making, like all that stuff. I don't like it. Doesn't mean you can't make money though. Yeah, we can look at Crow with Knife. I mean, Crow with Knife. .0000027, however many zeros that is. What has this thing done? I haven't looked at this in a long time. Yeah. This doesn't even have it all the way from the start. But yeah, that's not a great chart. Not a great chart. Yeah, last November it went up quite a bit. If you bought it in October and sold in November, you made like 200%. I mean, Doge did better than that though. So there's just not a lot of volume of trading on this thing. Not a lot. I won't be buying this. And then it goes 1,000%. It's like, yep. Oh, well. What can you do? What can you do? I know. A Got Crypto ad campaign would be awesome, Duchess. I remember the Got Milk ad campaign. That was really popular. Got Crypto. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I just want us all to make money. I'm making money on XRP. Yes, even Kriss owns some XRP. For those that don't know, I was talked into buying some XRP. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. But here is a portfolio called the KrissPax DCA portfolio. And this was the summer of 2023. I put in $10,000 and we were buying crypto every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday live, we bought $100 worth of crypto. Sometimes it was like $33 in this and $33 in that and $33 in the other. One of them was always Doge. And right now, 2 years later, the portfolio is now worth $33,000. $33,000. I wasn't buying on the dips. It was just whatever the price was, we just bought it live during the live stream. We're going to do this again next bear market. We're going to do this again. The point I was making here is I was so certain that crypto was going to go up that I was just like, okay, I'm going to put 10,000 in here and I'll say every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll buy some Doge. And then you guys, looking at people in the chat, right? You guys tell me what else to buy. And we created this portfolio together. It included some Bitcoin, XRP, ETH, Jasmy, Algorand, Litecoin, SHIB, which I bought too. And it's got stacks in it, but that's because this used to be Polygon or Matic. But then it's Matic on Coinbase. And Coinbase said that they weren't going to do the transition from Matic to Pol. And so sold the Matic, bought stacks, but the price of stacks was high at the time. So that wasn't That wasn't a good play, but there's not much in here. And then sweet. So this is what is in this portfolio. And yes, it includes XRP. And the XRP from 2 years ago is up the highest percentage, 400%. XRP is winning out of everything we bought. XRP has the highest return, 400%. So, yeah, Adam, it's still the biggest gainer in this portfolio. Personally, my biggest gainer in my personal portfolio was Jasmine, because I made 1,000% on my Jasmine. But yeah, this was, to see this is just a reminder of like how stupid crypto is sometimes, right? It's like, yeah, 400%. Yes. Yeah. What was the with hat meme token? Dog with hat called Whiff. Whiff. It was a Solana meme. Whiff. Got a big following. 86 cents. It's not been doing well. Since it dropped under $1 beginning of the year, it's toyed with it a couple times, but again, this is one of those that was last year's darling, just like Pepe. It's like Whiff was 2024. That's where all the action was in 2024 for this thing. Hasn't done much in 2025. Hey, buddy, you're back. Hey. Hey, buddy. Yeah, post the shirt, Duchess. I'll share it. I will share it. That's a good one. Got crypto. Is it going to go up? A lot of people think so. Me too. Super random. I remember you telling me you had a brother in Boise. Yes, I do. He doesn't do dirt bikes. Nope. He's older than I am. He's really old. Nope, he doesn't do dirt bikes. Is it better to spend $1,000 on the miner for Doge or buy the equivalent in Doge? Mahalo, how much do you pay per kilowatt hour? If you're thinking like that, how much do you pay per kilowatt hour for power in your home? If it's anything more than 15 cents, you're probably not going to be profitable mining Doge at this price. Okay, you'll be behind. Now, at like 60 cents a day, we just did the math on a 20 cent kilowatt hours with Doge at 24, you're losing like 60 cents a day. But you are collecting Dogecoin, and if that Dogecoin goes up in price, that's what you're waiting to do. So, Pax Cat in the house. Hey, buddy. Oh. He's the man, yeah. Pain in my butt sometimes, too. You're going to walk over my keyboard. Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You know the deal. You can't be over there. You met a guy riding the other day. He was telling me he had a brother in Massachusetts. Somebody else. Yeah, you'll have to look it up. Look up what your rate is, including transmission charges, not just the first rate, but you have to add it all up, everything you pay for, because it's probably not just a one-line item. They probably tell you what the cost of the power is, but then they have a bunch of add-ons. So you have to add all that up in what you actually pay. And then that's the number to look at. So did the Qatar news, did that cause Bitcoin to drop? Because it was Bitcoin. So did that break at like 10 o'clock this morning? If so, that was the Bitcoin news. I don't know. I was working today. I don't know what happened at 10 o'clock. But that was these big red candles you see there, they happened right at 10 o'clock. So maybe that's when the news hit. And that pulled all of crypto down for that hour. I blame Bitcoin. I do not give him catnip, sunshine. I don't give him catnip. Doesn't need it. He starts running around on his own. He doesn't need catnip. You want to get some t-shirts with the Doge logo? Yeah, I've got some in my store. I don't really talk about the store too often, but if you're interested, it looks like this. And there's a link in the description below. The Kriss store. The Kriss store. We've got Dogecoin. We got Doge. We got the Doge with glasses. We got shirts and hats and onesies, bags. We have tanks, long sleeve, short sleeve. Doge. Got mugs. Got a Dogecoin mug. So, nope, shirts are all colors. All colors. You just look at whichever one it is and you can see the different colors that are available when you click on each one. So this one, for instance, comes in gray and blue, or dark gray, light gray, blue, and I think that's a teal or something. Anyway, yep. Different colors. I just display most of them in black because it's easier to see on the website, but yep, all different colors. So check that out. Link in the description below. I've got some other fun things too. Little conspiracy theory stuff that I was having fun with. The Dogecoin itself, like the big Dogecoin, that's pretty cool. The pizza with the eye, I like that. There's Doge on Mars. A Bitcoin logo. If you want to do a Bitcoin logo, you can do that. Bitcoin. Got that too for the Bitcoin fans. And then just the simple Doge. If you want to do just the Doge. Yep, these all come in white. So yeah, check that out. Yep, he's crazy enough already. I know, Zena, that's crazy. The reporting that the Biden administration did on jobs data is just crazy. You don't have to pay for power? William, you need to be mining Dogecoin. If you don't have to pay for power, that's free Doge. That is free Doge. Adam, I've been thinking about this. Joining a mining pool versus trying to mine solo. I'm going to initially set it up with a mining pool just to get it going. And then I'll do some more research. And figure out whether I want to mine solo. Maybe it's something I'll do when it gets to be bear market and the hash rate comes down. There's not as much competition because the Dogecoin hash rate right now is like at an all-time high. It really is. I can show you the hash rate. It's They have it on bit info charts. You can go to Dogecoin, and then you can click on hash rate, which is black right there, hash rate. Look at that, all-time high in hash rate. So that means there's a lot of competition for that Doge. And I'm like, I might just wait. I might just wait for the next bear market before trying that. It'd be cool to get 10,000 Doge though, wouldn't it? Just at once, 10,000. So yeah, I don't know yet how you switch. Yeah, I don't know yet, Adam. I will start looking at that once I get the miner and once I set it up, and then I'll figure that out. But yeah, the Dogecoin hash rate is now at officially a new all-time high today. New all-time high. Look at that. Didn't even know. I know, Kat. I know. I'm ignoring you. I know I'm ignoring you. But I'm busy. I'm busy with these guys. I'm busy with these guys right now. This cat. There you go. All right. You happy now? People want Doge. I know. Look at this, Ryan. Look at the hash rate. All-time high. I mean, it's double where it was a year ago. Double. Mining Dogecoin is the thing. Yeah. So, Mike, just go on to X and ask Grok about hash rate, and Grok will give you a whole explanation, and you can get into a whole discussion with Grok about it and find out all you need about hash rate. But essentially, it is the complexity of the mathematical equations that need to be solved for a proof of work cryptocurrency. It's basically that. Oh my God, this cat. What do you want? Oh. I don't know what I need to set it up. Gonna have to check out your video when you make it. Yep. You don't need anything, basically, but a power cord and the little network connection, because it runs off of Wi-Fi, but you can't set it up with Wi-Fi. You actually have to plug it into your router for the initial setup. And then you can switch over to Wi-Fi if you add a little Wi-Fi thing. And then you can put it anywhere in your house. Normal power. Normal power. Just make sure you're not like an old knob and tube system or fuses, right? You don't want to blow a fuse with your mining rig. You should at least have like modern day power, right? Modern day power. Your electric is 10 cents a kilowatt. That's cheap. Yeah, I pay double that. I'm at 20 here in Boston. So yeah, I'm not getting into Dogecoin mining to make a lot of money. That's not the point here. The point here is to learn something, to make content, and to support Dogecoin. I want to support Dogecoin. So that's why I'm getting into it. No, buddy. And maybe next year, when things calm down, maybe I'll get one of those high-end miners and put it with a hosting company, like the new Ant miner, like the L11 when it comes out. So we'll have the latest and greatest, but I can't run that at home. It needs special power. It's super, super loud. So that's what I'll be looking at. That's what I'll be looking at. Yeah. Okay. I'll look at it later, Duchess. I can't right now. I got a cat on me. He's just not going to let me go here. Not going to let me go. Stupid cat. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? You have Starlink. You can't plug in a cable. I don't know how Starlink works. I don't know. I know I've got Verizon Fios, and on the back of the modem is a plug there where you can plug in an external source directly into the router. That's what I'm doing. 7-Up. Wow, Goose. I haven't thought of 7-Up in years. Make 7-Up yours. I don't remember that. It's funny that you do, though. But I don't remember that. Hey, Matya. Is Doge going to do a WorldCoin type move? Probably not. I don't think this Rex Osprey ETF is like a huge deal. Now, the Grayscale one in October is a huge deal. But even with that, I don't think it's going to cause like a 10x or a 5x. That's not, no. It's not going to have that. And why is WorldCoin going up? I still have no idea. Again, I don't follow it. I don't know what the news is about it. But yeah, that's kind of crazy trading. You're going to consider getting one for sure? Yeah. Mining Doge in a few years could be a different ball game. True. True. I don't know how you do that with a PO box. You might have to ask them a question directly. The old Starlink doesn't have an Ethernet port. Need Doge to start running. I need another $1 million too. I need it. I need another $1 million. Oh, my cat, you're so pathetic. Oh. October 17th, October 18th. The latest is October 18th, according to James Seifert at Bloomberg. Grayscale Dogecoin Trust. Final deadline, October 18th. So 10/18 is the day on that. And that's also the same day that the Grayscale XRP ETF starts. Same day, Grayscale XRP. So we got to deal with that. All right, I got to go deal with this cat, guys. They can't extend the deadline anymore. That's final deadline. They either approve it or disapprove it. And there's no reason to disapprove Dogecoin. Totally proof of work cryptocurrency, decentralized. There was no airdrops, no insiders, none of that. So, and I mean, if they start saying no to some of the cryptos, that's going to be wild. I mean, what if they said no to like Solana or XRP? That would be crazy. So yeah, I know, Sunshine. XRP on the same day. Grayscale filed for both of them on the same day. XRP and Doge on the same day. Yeah, so we're going to have to deal with that. All right, gang. Hey, here's Dogecoin, still over 24 cents. Holding up fine. A little bit of a breather today, but still it's higher lows, right? Still higher lows. So we'll watch it tonight and be back again tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.